So I haven't done videos in a while or shown you guys the car I recently picked up to be my new daily driver. I swear these things are like the depreciation king. This is a 2016 Porsche Cayenne. This is the Turbo S model. Excuse me, it's kind of dark in the garage here. But yeah, Turbo S. So this had the sports package and everything already with it, including the 21-inch wheels, the massive carbon ceramic brakes with the two-piece rotors. This, of course, has the 4.8-liter twin-turbo V8. Advertised it's supposed to make 570 horsepower. I can't remember. I think it's about 600 foot-pounds of torque. The torque is really interesting. It comes on, I want to say at like 1700 RPMs, and it stays pretty flat all the way until like upper 5,000 RPM range. So this thing just feels absolutely great to drive because it has almost constant torque. There's a few little things, being this car's 10 years old. It had two owners, 70,000 miles. So they drove it, 7,000 miles a year. It was always serviced at Porsche. It's in great condition. There's some little things like the hood struts. These guys, they're blown out. So I'm going to order some of those. They're like $20, $22 or something. I'm just checking the power steering here is why this is off. But super, super clean car. And then this is probably, I've had some nice cars in my life, don't get me wrong. This thing, the sticker price on this new with the options it has was just over $165,000. And I got it for basically what a 10-year-old Toyota 4Runner cost. So again, like I said, depreciation king. This has the 18-way adjustable seats. So everything you can imagine is adjustable. This pad slides out for people with longer legs. The bolsters are inflatable on the seat. The bolsters on the side are inflatable. It's got lumbar support that's inflatable. You can actually raise the lumbar support up and down where you want it. The seats, of course, they go up and down. They tilt. They do all that. They are heated and cooled, which is crazy. I've never had cooled seats, but I absolutely love the cockpit in this thing. It's so cool, especially for an SUV. I mean, it just feels really sporty. The seats hold you in place. They are by far the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. It's got the updated steering wheel and everything. So this technically doesn't have the original Porsche Cayennes from like 2006 to 2010, I think, were more of a four-wheel drive truck. They had a two-speed transfer case with high-low range. This does have low range. It does have a transfer case, so it's not something that you can just select. So what you have here is some off-road modes, and there's 3 modes for off-road. The first one is just traction control, and the traction control in here is kind of cool. The way that it works is a lot like the old H1 Hummers that the military used. So as the car senses wheel slip, it applies brakes to the wheel that is slipping and transfers power to the wheel that is not slipping. So that's off-road 1. Off-road 2, it's the same thing. It's advanced traction control with a center locking differential. And then off-road 3, this actually has a rear locking differential too. So actually pretty capable off-road for being a luxury sport utility vehicle. And I think that's really cool. With the air ride, there's a super low setting where you can, for like loading and unloading the car, getting in and out. It makes it really easy to ingress and egress from the vehicle. And then it has a pretty high setting for ground clearance and stuff. And I like it because I can lift it up pretty high with the air ride and get under the car without having to jack it up. So that's pretty sweet. Again, here's a little bit more of the interior. The only thing I will say, the infotainment center is another issue. I guess it's pretty common with these. This one sometimes I'll drive it and it's totally fine. Other times I'll drive it and about every 2 to 3 minutes, it resets itself and it boots back up. So it disconnects my phone and everything like that. Porsche did not incorporate CarPlay until like 2022. They were pretty late to the game on that. You can buy CarPlay modules that you can install on the motherboard in the PCM unit. They're about $350, so I'll probably get one of those. And then for the resetting issue, apparently the mechanical hard drive that they used in those goes bad. It's just like a little SATA 1 drive. So somebody did a really nice forum write-up on how to take this unit out and replace the hard drive and clone it to an SSD. So I'll probably order that next week. Just get like a Samsung 250 gig SSD and a cloner and clone the hard drive and put it all back together. And I'll probably put CarPlay in it at the same time just so that I can have Google Maps and stuff. And the way that works, when it's all done, apparently, you still have all your regular Porsche PCM functions and stuff, but I believe you hold map and navigation together and it switches to the board that has CarPlay and stuff on it. And it's wireless CarPlay, so that's kind of cool. You don't have to plug it in or anything. You've got this cubby slides back and forth. It's also an armrest, so there is cup holders. Tiny little cubby in there and my little 38. That's one thing that is a little bit disappointing on this car. And again, this is me being super nitpicky because this thing drives awesome. There's not much cup holder or storage space. Like there's really nowhere to put a modern size cell phone. It doesn't fit anywhere. The cup holders are really shallow. The door pocket's pretty deep, so I've been putting my water and stuff over here, but it's just super nice. I mean, look at that Turbo S, all lights up and everything. The back seats, pretty gangster too. Beautiful Bose stereo. There was an upgraded stereo option in these. It was like Burmeister, I think, was an option. It was another $4,000 or $4,500 that the original person specking out the car could have ordered. But I mean, you got really nice footwell lighting. There are shades that roll up on the back windows to provide some additional screening and privacy, even though the windows are tinted from the factory. This has a full panoramic sunroof. It's closed right now. But the headliner's all Alcantara leather. The sun visors are Alcantara leather. It has two sun visors, so you pull the first one down, and there's another one behind it, so you can shade, to the side and to the front at the same time. The back seats are not cooled. They are heated. Again, you could spec this with more controls back here. You could have a 4-way climate control in the car instead of dual climate control. But that's okay. I rarely even have a passenger in here since it's my daily and just using it to commute. And we'll use it for some road trips and stuff too. But and come back here. This is going to beep at me because it's going to hit the kayak on the ceiling here when it comes up. So I stopped it with my hand. Pretty good cargo area. The seats fold down all the way flat, which is super nice. You've got some nice tie downs and stuff in there. And then it's kind of cool. The spare tires actually it's deflated so that it fits in this space. And then it comes with a pump and stuff to pump it up. I mean, they just thought of some really cool stuff. There's buttons here. You can close the trunk or close and lock the trunk. So we're just going to hit close. It's going to mechanically close. And I've been driving this for about a week now. And on the highway for a, damn near 600 horsepower V8, this thing got about 24 miles a gallon, which is, to me, that's amazing. So I think combined it's going to be like 17 or 18, which again really isn't bad. It's got memory seats for the driver and the passenger. But just a beautifully done car. Like I said, I've had some nice vehicles before, but nothing with a 6-figure sticker price like that. And for just the little stuff I got to fix, like a hard drive and the PCM module, some hood struts, really little things like that, I think it's a pretty damn good deal. Even if you got the regular turbo model, they're still like 520 horsepower. And then I'm not sure what the specs are, the naturally aspirated versions, but I'm sure they put out plenty of power, because even when this thing's not in boost, it's plenty powerful. I mean, it's got lots of torque. It gets up and moves. I think the spec on 0 to 60 for this one is supposed to be like 3.8 seconds. So you've got plenty of power for getting on the highway, plenty of power for passing cars. It has 3 different chassis modes to kind of stiffen up the ride. You do get a little bit of body roll. It is a big SUV. This thing weighs 5,500 pounds, so it's 2.5 tons, damn near. Or it is 2.5 tons, basically. Towing capacity, I believe, is 7,700 pounds. So it's about average for a half-ton pickup truck. What's nice about this is 2016. So in 2015, it was the same 958 model. The previous first generation is a 955, but the 958.1 still had the older style headlights and a little bit different front clip. And the 958.2, which they started in 2015, the drivetrain and everything was the same, but they made some nice updates. So the headlights and taillights are LED. The main projector is a Xeon light, I believe, and has an updated front clip. So overall, super happy with this. Down the road, maybe we'll do some performance things with this, maybe not. It's such a great car right out of the box. I don't know if I'd really mess with it a whole lot. If I did, it looks like you can upgrade the factory turbo compressor housings. So if you do the turbo housings, the intercoolers, and high pressure fuel pump, I think you can tune these things to about 900 to 1,000 horsepower pretty easily. But again, as a daily driver, I don't really need it. 600 horsepower is plenty in this thing to get down and boogie. I will say on the highway, it's a little deceiving, your perception of speed. It's really easy to be doing 80, 90 miles an hour in this in a 60 mile an hour zone and not realize it. So anyways, I'll do some more videos on this as I find some new hidden features and stuff. It's pretty cool. And I'll give you guys a long-term reliability update. I know that the 4.8 liter V8 in these things was supposed to be pretty bomb-proof as long as you maintained them well, keep your fuel clean, keep your oil changed, maximum every 5,000 miles. This thing does have a dry sump oiling system, which I think, again, that's super cool. I mean, that's some high-tech race car shit right there, to have a dry sump oiling system where you don't have a sump pan or a sump in the pan. You actually have a reservoir that circulates oil from, and this thing also takes 10 quarts or 10 liters of oil. So you're able to keep that oil a lot cooler and cleaner a little bit longer. But cylinder scoring is pretty much the only thing I've seen on these as far as like common issues that they had. And again, that's keep your oil changed, make sure you're using good high quality fuel, and shouldn't have a problem. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it.